mainstream media's portrayal of Christians is often plagued by biases and inaccuracies, leading many to wonder why this trend persists. One possible reason is the media's inherent secularism and discomfort with traditional Christian values. Many mainstream media outlets have an underlying assumption that Christianity is outdated, intolerant, and incompatible with modern society. This worldview leads them to selectively report non-Christian news, amplifying stories that fit the narrative while ignoring or downplaying those that contradict it. For instance, when a Christian individual or group takes a stance on a socially conservative issue, such as traditional marriage or abortion, the media often labels them as extremist or intolerant. In contrast, secular or liberal groups with opposing views are often portrayed as progressive or open-minded. This double standard perpetuates a false narrative that Christians are uniquely bigoted or closed-minded, when in fact, many Christians hold diverse views on social issues. Another reason for the media's misrepresentation of Christians is the pursuit of ratings and clicks. Sensationalized stories about Christian scandals or controversies attract more attention than nuanced, balanced reporting. The media's focus on the sins of individual Christians, such as corruption or hypocrisy, reinforces the public's perception that Christianity is inherently flawed. Meanwhile, the countless stories of Christians engaging in selfless service, charity, and community building are often relegated to the sidelines or ignored altogether. The media's lack of understanding and empathy towards Christian perspectives also contributes to the problem. Many journalists and commentators have limited exposure to Christian theology, practices, and culture, leading to misunderstandings and misinterpretations. This ignorance is reflected in their reporting, where Christians are often reduced to caricatures or stereotypes. For example, the media frequently portrays evangelical Christians as uniformly Republican, ignoring the diversity of political views within the evangelical community. Furthermore, the media's obsession with culture journalism and controversy can lead to the exploitation of Christian individuals or groups. A Christian public figure's thoughtless comment or action is often blown out of proportion, while their subsequent apology or clarification is downplayed or ignored. This creates a false narrative that Christians are prone to hate speech or intolerance, when in fact, many Christians strive to live out their faith with compassion, kindness, and humility. In addition, the media's silence on Christian persecution and marginalization is deafening. While they devote extensive coverage to issues like Islamophobia or anti-Semitism, the plight of Christians facing violence, harassment, or discrimination is often overlooked. This omission perpetuates a disturbing double standard, where the suffering of certain groups is deemed more newsworthy or deserving of attention than others. Ultimately, the mainstream media's misrepresentation of Christians stems from a complex interplay of biases, misunderstandings, and commercial pressures. By recognizing these factors, we can work towards a more nuanced and balanced understanding of Christianity and its diverse adherents. This requires a commitment to fair and accurate reporting, as well as a willingness to engage with Christian perspectives and experiences in a respectful and empathetic manner. Until then, the media's lies and distortions will continue to perpetuate a false narrative about Christians, undermining the very foundations of a tolerant and inclusive society.